Shan and Tam fam, welcome to the Real Talk podcast. On this podcast, we talk about real issues. We talk about parenting, love, family, friendships, and everything in between.
It is our hope that you will journey with us through some critical conversations. We would like for you to drop us a comment, to share the conversation, and to let us know what you would like to see us talk about on Real Talk.
Okay, welcome back, Shan and Tam fam, to another episode of Real Talk. So today, I was listening to a talk show, and I heard a very interesting story, and I said, we got to talk about this because I would love to know your thoughts and would love to know. Hopefully, we'll get some comments on this for people to tell us. So, there are expectations that people have, of each other, sometimes in relationships. And my question is, are they really reasonable? Right? So I was watching this talk show, a clip of a talk show, and the host was telling a story about the fact that, at one point she was engaged.
Okay, so something actually happened to her.
Something that actually happened.
Yes.
So she was engaged to be married.
Yes.
And she went on vacation with her fiance. And they had gone on parasailing.
Okay.
Right? Some water sports. So they were up there. Something happened. And the parasail thing failed, or it came down, like the line broke or something. And they ended up in the water. The boat came to save them. Save them. They had on life jackets. I mean, save is relative.
Yeah.
And the guy got on the boat before her. And
oh my God, so that was a turn off for her.
So she was like, that was it.
Oh my gosh. So to call off the engagement
she called off the engagement because she said, this man really got on this boat and saved himself before thinking about her.
Oh my God. That is a bit extreme.
So she was like, that was a red flag for me.
Yeah.
Because he really got on this boat
without her.
Not without her.
Before her.
So now I'm thinking, really?
Well,
I don't know.
Probably that is scary. That's non-negotiable for her, right? Probably she has said in the long run, what is a commitment gonna look like if your mother always put himself first? Maybe me going to think too much into it, but probably that's where she get punished. Like he's not gonna put her first. If he cannot put her first for something as major as that, probably long term he won't put her first. You never know.
And I think that's probably where she was going. But my thing too was like, okay, it's really not like it's
not that serious.
No. And it's really not a life and death situation. You have on a life jacket, the boat is there, you are going to get on the boat. Does it really matter? Now, people tell me, I personally would like to think that
it would have made she go on the boat first.
It would have made her go on the boat first. Okay? But I don't know.
But what is wrong with her allowing him? Like, even when you look at, advocates.
I know.
Even if you look at a marriage and they talk about both people being selfless, it's a selfless act, right? Nobody no more than nobody, right? What is wrong? Me just a bit devil's advocate, man. I say me agree with the man, so nobody.
I know. Don't come for us, people.
Well, what is wrong with her being selfless in that moment and allowing him to go first? Is it a gender thing? Like, what is it? Like, is it a gender role thing? Because I'm a man, him for the last and make she go first, or because I don't know. It would be interesting to hear her perspective. Or what exactly is going on for you? Like, why you take it so serious?
Yeah, she was basically saying that it really showed that he, like you said before, that
Didn't put her first.
yeah, he didn't put her first, or he didn't consider her, right?
So he didn't even turn back to help her?
I guess she did.
That's why that would have been a question. Did he just book on the boat and go sit down?
No.
Or he went on the boat and helped her?
No, he got on the boat and helped her in.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But
that wasn't it all.
okay, so I'm thinking now, like, even of the facts, and me married now, and
Yeah.
me and Patrick end up in the water at the thing. And if he got on that boat before me, I would be mad.
Yes.
because I really would be thinking, why you not look after me? You're not looking after me.
Get on the boat.
But
yes.
But would I do the same for him? Do I have to do the same for him?
Exactly.
Is it because, like you said, is it a gender thing?
That's what I'm thinking.
Right? So are we going to only stick with it because of the gender roles and the man must be, you know what I mean, in an instance like this? Or would there be something wrong if I said, all right, you get on the boat first? For instance, like in my situation, my whole family knows, everybody knows, I'm the better swimmer of the two of us.
Yes.
So I would likely more say, all right, you get on first, because me know that me would have probably managed better.
I can't help everybody.
You understand?
Yes.
But
remember, only married long time. So different strokes and different forms.
And then the other thing I think said,
yes.
If it really was a life and death situation now,
yeah.
Why don't we have to live for the picnic then?
Exactly.
Right? So,
exactly.
I don't know if I would be letting him get on that boat first.
See, that's a bad time. So it's his perspective, right? And what works for different people. For her, that was a red flag, right? I don't know. I don't know. Some people might say she I think too much into it, and some people might say she's right because again, how she's interpreting that is that he's not putting her first. Yeah, and at first when I heard her talk about it, I was like, that was a little bit extreme. Yeah, I mean, I think it really, really into that man so much where you just call out the engagement. Yeah, you called out the engagement because he really got on a boat. You were on vacation, you weren't dying, and you know he got on the boat before you. Yes. But at the same time, too, you know, after thinking about it for some time, I was like, okay, what would I want my son to do in a situation like that? Yes. And I think it hinges on the fact that because I didn't see it as really as a life and death situation, you know what I mean? There is room for you to be chivalrous there. Yeah. You know what I mean? There is room for you to be considerate. There is room there is room for you to be, you know, kind and loving in that moment. It's not like, say, the two on really the battlefield life. It wasn't a Titanic situation. Jack, right? Exactly. Real talk. Yeah. If that was a Titanic situation, how many of us women? Exactly. This is the thing. Well, everybody need that Jack in their life. Yeah, Jack is Jack. Jack is something special, okay? Jack is, he's something special. Yeah. Then they make Jack again. So this is the thing, and this is what I'm saying. Like now, take it a step further. If it was really a life and death situation, like, would you put your life at risk for the other person? And would you sacrifice your life for the other person? And we say it all the time in our professions of love. Oh, I would die for you. Would you really? Oh, really? Would you really? Real talk. Real talk. Would you really now? Talk about that. Real talk? Talk about that. Real talk. Okay. Yes. Me pit them, maybe, right? Yes. Yes. My kids, but for the spouse or the partner, okay, or even the fiance, would you really? Talk truth, real okay? Talk about it. So it was just like interesting to me to say that, to think about the fact that, you know, this woman really made a life
altering. Who knows? It may not have been a good situation for her because she's pretty good right now in a
Yeah.
loving relationship with her kids, and she's
Okay.
successful and whatever. So maybe it really wasn't her destiny
to be married to this
to
person.
be married to that person,
Yeah.
right? And so that was the moment in which she probably did find the courage to say or to identify that this
Yes.
really isn't the person for me.
And good for her too for recognizing the flags, from her perspective, red flags, and this is what she not put up with.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you, sometimes we see the red flag them, I would still like Walibrity say, instead I would just go right in and eat with the red flag them.
Right.
So good for her as well too for being, what a word now, for being committed to herself in terms that she not put up with certain things. Real talk.
Real talk.
Right? Because if that is a red flag for her to say this person is not going to put her first, good for her for making that decision for saying this is not something I'm going to put up with. Because right now when man's so scarce, right? Sometimes women just put up with any and everything.
Yeah.
In the state of having a relationship, having a partner and certain things. So good for her.
Yeah, and you know what? I remember like when I was dating, and if, for instance, when I vividly recall like when Patrick and I were dating, and he would open the door for me, and even now, okay, so I watched this, I follow this couple, Deval Ellis and his wife Kadeen. And Deval always talks about how Kadeen stand up like an Oscar statue anytime they approach a door. She's waiting on him to open the door. Yeah. And trust me, that's me sometime. It flashes into my head because I'm like, if you used to open the door.
Exactly.
When we did a date, when we can't open the door now, 17 years later.
Exactly. Open the door.
Open the door.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I was like, there were certain expectations that I had. Yeah. At that time when I was looking for a life partner. I'm like, and for me, it was really about how I would foresee this person treating me later.
Yeah. In the long run.
In the long run. Mm-hmm. Now, let's be realistic though. Mm-hmm. Time goes by and people change. Yeah. Okay? So while I think it is a good indicator of where somebody is starting out in a relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what is going to pertain through your whole entire relationship. Yeah. Because people change, things happen. Yeah. Feelings get hurt, people, right?
People change.
This is just
relationships.
Exactly. And then it impacts on how you actually end up being in that relationship. Mm-hmm. And nobody's perfect. Nobody relationship not perfect. Yeah. Fine. But I think it really is a good indicator at the very beginning as to where somebody is at, because you really don't want somebody who's just going to be inconsiderate and just let you fend for yourself.
Yes.
Leave you to fend for yourself. Yes. And these are things that I tell my own daughter, that you need to look out for these signs and signals with the people who you're seeing or entertaining. And it's something that I tell my son, that you need to be mindful or be alert to a woman's needs in any moment.
Yeah, that's so true.
You know?
Yeah, that's so true. Be in tune to what's happening around you.
Be in tune. Just the other day I said that to AJ. I'm like, you need to pay attention to what is happening around you, especially if there is a woman involved.
Yeah, because you're right, real talk.
Right? Mm-hmm. So it really can be an indicator as to what that individual's, I guess, core sort of value system is.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
And if you see the red flag, run. Listen to me. I remember years ago, my auntie used to say to me, listen to me. You see, if You didn't know some of them things, yeah. Some of them, man, yeah. She was telling me about some ex. My uncle right now is Matilda said them to make Uncle Mike again. Uncle Mike is one of a
I
kind.
love Uncle Mike.
One of a kind man, right?
Yeah.
But she was telling me about something years ago, a relationship, and she said, boy, if you didn't know, say some of them money are gonna turn out the way them did, you would have run. Real talk, okay? Real talk.
Real talk.
Yeah, so that was already for her.
Right.
I said, good for her for saying this is not something she gonna put up with.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to hear from you guys, the listeners. If you go on a date with a man and the boat turn over and the man make himself in the boat before you, would you call off the engagement?
Would you call it off?
Let us know. I'm interested to hear what everybody else thinks about it.
Oh my goodness. This one was one for the books.
Yes?
Sam, we will be back with another episode real soon. This one was just quick and dirty. We just
Just a quick one. So what's up for the taste bud?
yeah, we really want to hear the comments on this one. Let us know. Remember to tune in again next week for another episode of Real Talk. Follow us on all our social media pages, like our page, and share the podcast.
Yes.
Share it like cooked food.
Mhm.
Take care, fam. Until we talk to you again, walk good.
Bye, everyone.
Don't forget to visit Shan and Tam on all their social media websites. At Sisters Shan and Tam on Instagram, Shan Tam Lodge-Lee on Facebook, and check out their blogs at shanandtam.blogspot.com. Tune in again next time on Real Talk.